truth. The review system for online teachers is awful. Awful, awful, awful. And a person that suffers through anxiety is not good for this anxious little teacher. Today is for my Outschool teacher friends because Outschool has a history in investigating bad reviews, and sometimes if they are validated, they will remove the negative review on your online teacher profile. And if you want to know the one thing that you should not do regarding reviews that could probably get you kicked off of the online teaching platform, you make sure to stay at the end to make sure you don't do this. Now, if you would like to know the 4 steps that I think all online teachers should use when reacting to negative reviews, go check out this video. It's not a fun feeling to get that negative review. If we haven't met yet, hello! My name's Sirena from unrelated.com. You are on the right online teaching channel if you like to hear honest, real talk about the wonderful worlds of online teaching and not so wonderful things, to be honest with you, and entrepreneurship. Okay, my Outschool teacher friends, if you have not made friends with the support website that Outschool gives us, you need to make some friends with the support website. Go read through it, do all the trainings, all of the things. If you want to know specifically what Outschool has to say about a certain thing, you can do a wonderful search. They have a search engine on their support website. This is much better than going to Facebook, to some random Facebook group, except our Facebook group, of course, and getting, advice that way. If you really want to know truly what Outschool's policy is, go onto the Outschool website. Now, a few weeks ago, Outschool did send an email out to their teachers, and if you are not getting these emails, you need to go into your teacher profile and change the setting so you will get all of the good, wonderful emails. But don't read too particularly. I get a lot of my content ideas from those emails, so maybe don't do it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, definitely go do it, because really reading and understand from the first source is all good. Outschool is really good with informing their online teachers of change of policies, new policies, as well as just current events that is happening within the world. And a few weeks ago, they sent out this email. It was titled Reacting to Class Review. And of course, the link is down in the description box. It outlines why they think that the online class review system is good, and those reviews should stay on your teacher profile, whether they're good or bad. And it basically says, although low reviews may frustrate educators, it is critical that even low reviews stand. In order to protect the integrity of the review system, customers want to know that they can trust reviews and use them to inform their decisions to enroll in class. This article gives great advice when reacting to any review, and for the online teacher to use that review to get the most out of it and to grow their online teaching business and basically grow as a online teacher. Through this support article, Outschool outlines their policy when deleting reviews, and they say there are instances where our team will investigate and determine if it is appropriate to remove all or part of a written review. They spell out 7 terms that might qualify for them coming in and deleting a negative review. So if your review falls into one of these 7 things, it might be eligible to have the Outschool support team investigate it, possibly remove that negative review from your teaching profile. If you have any questions specifically regarding a particular review, then I suggest sending an email to their support at support@outschool.com. If you have anything that is in the review that is against their privacy policy, you want to send an email to safety@outschool.com as well. Here are some terms that Outschool supplies that might get a negative review taken off your teaching profile. So number 1, if it's unrelated to the teacher's performance. This might have to do with a student that missed class, a technical problem either with the student or a technical problem with the Outschool teaching platform as well. We sometimes have had some Outschool, the whole website has gone down or Zoom has gone down, so that is also an instance that could happen. If a student was not prepared and all of the things that the student could have been prepared for was listed in your online class listing. If a student shows up to class unprepared and there were evidence of communications regarding what the student could prepare, either reminder emails, things in the description. An example of this is if a student shows up to a art marker class and they don't have markers, and the parent or their adult leaves a bad review saying that my kid didn't have the supplies because the supplies were not mentioned. Also, if it's a violation of Outschool policy. For example, of breaking an Outschool policy, if you had multiple learners showed up and only one of them paid, if you had a learner share the meeting link, if you had unverified learners that do not want to open up their camera, anything that violates any of the trust or safety policies need to be reported to safety@outschool.com. Okay, a number two thing that could get your review taken down, if the reviewer left a poor review in retaliation for not getting granted a refund. If a parent asks for a refund and for whatever reason the class refund policy did not grant them a refund, or if the teacher chooses not to grant them a refund, or even the happiness guarantee does not grant them a refund, and the reviewer is mad and in retaliation for not getting their way, they leave a bummer bad review, then that could be an instance where Outschool will come investigate and remove that negative review for you. And this is why it's super important to outline in your class description what your class refund policy, and if you want to learn all about what should go into a good Outschool class description, go watch this video. The number three thing that could prompt Outschool from removing a negative review on your teacher profile, if the review contains inappropriate content. Do you know that Outschool could look at that review and edit out all of the inappropriate content and just leave the review standing, or they could go in and pretty much wipe out the entire and delete the negative review from your teacher profile. Things that could be probably edited is personal information, revealing a student's identity, where they live, or revealing an identity of the teacher, where they live. Pretty much anything containing private personal information that violates the privacy policy that Outschool has, either on the student, the teacher, or even other students in that class. Or if that review has libel or offensive content. Sometimes people be crazy and they run their mouth and they say bad things when they were mad, and it does not look good, and sometimes that warrants a removal. If the reviewer leaves language in that negative review that attacks the teacher or attacks students in that class, then Outschool could come in and either edit it or remove that review. In attacking things that is not in their control, including their gender, their age, their gender identity, their sexual orientation, their socioeconomical situation, where they live, all of those things that are not in control and they are attacking, that could warrant a removal of that negative review from your teacher profile. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what you can do if you feel like your situation falls into one of these things. Here's what you could do to appeal to Outschool to remove that negative review from your teacher profile. Step one is you need to fill out this form. I will put it down in the description box. It is going to ask you to give a few details. So it's going to ask you to give the review date, the class name. It's going to ask for your section link, screenshots of the review. Make sure you take screenshots when the review happens, because that reviewer can go in later on and be like, oh, I probably shouldn't have wrote that. Let me go change it up. Make sure you screenshot it as soon as you get that review. And you also need to leave, why do you want this review to be removed? You need to explain yourself. You need to explain why you want this review removed. Now, you don't have all of time to do this. You only have 30 days of the publication of the review to do any action steps on your end. Past 30 days, you might not be able to do anything. Here are some things to note when applying to Outschool to try to get a negative review taken off your teacher profile. It takes time. The investigation should be over by 2 weeks, but no, it's not going to be the next day that thing is going to be removed. You can, though, respond in a dignified way with good customer service that I outline in this video right here. If you want some tips how to react to a negative online class review, watch this video. You will be notified of the decision whether or not they decide to take that negative review off your teacher profile or have it stand. Do you know that whatever they do decide, Outschool has the final authority of whether or not a negative review stays on a teacher profile. If Outschool does not remove a negative review, just take it as a growing moment for your online teacher business. Even the most popular Outschool teachers on the platform get bad reviews. Okay, are you ready to learn what the big mistake you could do to get you kicked off the Outschool teacher platform is? inflate your reviews to show more positive than what they really reflect in your teaching ability. How would one do that? Well, if you artificially inflate positive reviews by offering free classes in exchange for 5 stars, or if you enroll a bunch of family members or their family members' kids to get into your classes and leave positive glowing review regardless if you deserve it or not, Outschool might find out and might investigate and might fire your booty. No, they might kick you off the teaching platform. This is a clear violation of their policies. They take these class reviews very seriously and they don't want anything that can invalidate their class review system. Alright, my friends, if you have learned something new, let me know by hitting that like button and I will see you guys next time. Bye!